Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and I am in my MS-14S Gelgoog commander type. Until this Thursday, this was the only Gelgoog that was in the game, and I'm not pronouncing that very well. I usually go with Gelgoog because, you know, the double O like book, so that's what I go with personally. But yeah, it's pretty good. Technically, it has the same speed stats as the Gundam, but it does not somehow feel half as agile to me. It just takes up so much space, and it's you know, it lumbers, so it just kind of does not feel as fast as the Gundam, even if it's moving at the same speed, which, according to its stats, it is. So, but it's got, at level 3, it packs a punch. Yeah, that was like 2,700, 2,800 damage with a fully charged shot, and there's not a huge difference between charged and uncharged damage in this game, so you can do pretty well. Missed on that one. Basically, to equal the head Vulcans on the Gundam, the Gelgoog now has the MMP-80 machine gun standard, so it always has a backup weapon, even if you overheat your beam rifle, and that's really nice. So, I am playing with Angel of Death, aka All with Sonic, and Salty Walty decided to join us, so he saw me online, and you know, he jumped in Sonic's room, so it was good to have him. And yeah, always nice to get together with more people, especially since this last Friday I wasn't able to, which is why the basic series materialized. Just, you know, wound up doing a lot of stuff, as happens. There is a Gundam Pixie, which, you know, aim for the legs and shoot it a lot. Type advantage is really the best place for the MMP-80 in this, to be totally honest, because it is, like most Vulcan-type weapons or Vulcan substitute weapons on Zeonic mobile suits, it does about half the damage a level 1 of the type would. It also has more ammo, I believe, but that still means you're doing half damage. My favorite of that type is still on the high mobility Zaku, where you get a low damage Zaku machine gun that has 100 rounds in the magazine, which is fun. I decided I needed to go after that Pixie because if it got away, if it got away to, get behind us, it would be a problem. So I figured which way it was probably going from the way it entered the trench, and uncharged shot, and as you can see, it's nearly dead. And its legs are destroyed, so now it is dead. 450 points, so that was a level 2 Pixie. A level 1 will just squeeze into a 400-point room. The level 3 Gelgoog here is a 500-pointer. And I think performance-wise it justifies that. It's not great, but it can be great. And we've got 2 Pixies, as you can see, because that is not enough time for one to respawn. But I think it does justify that if you do well enough and kind of kill-stole from some people there. But it's difficult for me to use it as well as I use the Gundam, just because, again, even if it's the same technical speed, it presents a larger target, and the sense of agility is not there. So it feels very different to play, which is just weird. One day I'll just have to have them walk forward and see if they cover ground at the same rate. I might be able to sync the video like that if I try at it. I know there's got to be a way to do split screen in Vegas. I've just never actually tried. But yeah, it's not bad. It's taking some adapting. The Gundam is, in my opinion, better, even not counting, fun with the Gundam hammer. Incidentally, I tried something on this Wednesday that I would not recommend to anyone ever. I tried the stupidest possible combination of weapons on the Gundam, which is the beam rifle and the hyper hammer together. Because here's the thing about that. The beam rifle, since it cannot stun like regularly, it does the, since you have to charge it to stun, it benefits from being able to close to melee and keep people still if need be. Pixie behind me. And of course, with the hyper hammer, the positioning on that is very precise, and you can't really do that. Meanwhile, the hyper hammer benefits from keeping people still with the hyper bazooka, so that you can set up, hopefully, for a good swing. And the beam rifle can't do that very reliably. So it's useful to me at precisely no ranges. So if you've gotten a good run with that combination, I think we'd all love to see. Please, point me to it on your channel. I will link to it on this video. Because that would be an interesting one to see done well. And just because I can't do it doesn't mean I don't think it can be done well. I just think that for the way I play, it is extremely hard. Which, there's a difference between how I play and, the right way to play. I'm not sure there honestly is a single right way to play, and I think especially once they have reduced the a roll of stun after the next balance adjustment, that's really going to change things in interesting ways. But we'll see. Missed that shot. Should have led just a tiny. And managed to miss that shot too, so switch to the MMP. But the team got it, and that's fine. We've got a healthy lead, 2,500 points. In a no-limits room, that's not a ton. That's a good 4 people on depending on how that shakes out. There was, whatever that was, I did not have type advantage. And so, it's a full armor Gundam. Yes, I had type disadvantage. That's why I only got 2,000 damage out of a charged shot. Well, 1965. But yeah, as you can see, like type advantage, this beam rifle does really well with type advantage. But the difference between advantage and disadvantage is about a spread of about 1,000 points. It's pretty significant. Managed to tag that pixie as it went by. I was saying to the guys as we were playing, I really do feel like beam rifle play encourages good play habits for me, because unless I am running a specifically a bazooka stunlock setup like with the Gundam or with the Zaku FS, it is not my strongest subject getting in close. I do okay, or I can do okay, but not. It's generally not a good setup for me. So it's my hit and run and ranged combat are pretty much my best options most of the time, and this a beam rifle, a charging beam rifle, really kind of helps enforce that for me. So. Yeah, we decided it was just time to pull back. We've got 10 seconds left. We've got now a 2,600 point lead. And so, just looking for a good, the Pixie's looking to get in. I'm looking to kill the Pixie before time runs out. And we both kind of failed, so that means in the end, we won. So, yeah, good round with Salty and all with Sonic, and incidentally, that is not Prototype Gundam behind me because it had not been added to the game yet. But, yeah, that's the Gelgoog. I enjoy it, especially with a beam rifle, so hopefully the A-Type will be slightly cheaper but just as enjoyable. So, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back Monday with more, so until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!